today's episode, and today we're going to be seeing what happens when we fire this up. So I've borrowed this head drive belt from the JVC. It's not going to live in here permanently, so that will be going back into the JVC, but I couldn't find a suitably sized flat belt. So let's get that onto the flywheel and the head motor, which we are just doing now. There we go. Round there, I think. Yep. And round the head motor itself. There we go. Now, it looks like there should be a belt running from here to here, so I've had a dig around in my collection. I found a few old belts which might do the job, not the right size, but they should at least work to see whether or not the machine works. So let's just pop that around there, and I think we now have a complete selection of belts. I've actually noticed that that's really loose. So let's borrow, in my selection of potentially two small belts, let's borrow a couple of the longer ones, and we can probably make up the difference for now. As I say, I will need to replace these with the correct size belts, but for the moment it will at least prove whether or not things are going to work. So that needs to scoot down a bit down to the lower rung of this. Go on. Oh, too far. Up you go, fella. There you are. There we go. So let's give this half a chance and get some rubber renew onto these idlers. Incidentally, I also found this, and this is the, on the floor, is the connector that you need for the video lamp. So this one was obviously removed at some point. I've got it as a spare, so I can hopefully see if the video lamp in the other deck works, which would be quite good. So let's get a bit of, actually let's get a bit of rubber renew onto these. So we've used the rubber renew quite a bit before to good effect actually. Shouldn't really tip it up over the machine, but okay. Let's move that off and just run that against there. Strange smelling stuff. It reminds me of chlorine in a swimming pool. I don't think it is chlorine, but it does smell quite chlorine-ish. Let's have a look at the ingredients. Always a good sign when it doesn't tell you the ingredients, but anyway, probably a trade secret. It is poisonous stuff though, so you don't want to drink it or get it in your eyes or anything of that sort of nature. It's horrid stuff, but it's ideal for jobs like this. There's a little bit on there. You can see how grubby that is already. Let's do the idler up there, and also the large flat belt which is on driving the capstan. So let's do both the inside edge and outside edge of this, as it's driven. Both edges are used to drive various things. Also, that's never going to bring it back to a correct sort of size, as that is stretched slightly. but it would be very interesting to see if it does work. And we've got this one here. So this actual deck arrangement is an earlier version of the deck that's in 3V16, and they changed it in for the 3V16 because I have a feeling this earlier deck was not as reliable. I mean, you're relying on a lot of idlers, and as we know, idlers are okay, but they can wear out. In fact, what I could do is turn those idlers inside out, which would give us a bit of action and be a bit more grippy. But we'll see how we fare with this. So let's just drop that gently back into place, and for the moment let's just put one screw back in because I want to grab the belt off of the head, because I don't want to leave that in there forever. So over top side we have a couple of idlers down there which could probably benefit from some rubber renew. See if I can get into those without moving the actual deck out of the way, or the set cradle rather. Whee! That's going to fall over then. There we go. So they are right the way underneath here. And there's one there. And let's leave that. Okay, we are now at a point where we can plug in, switch on, and insert a cassette. See the head move there, so that's good. Plug that in. So fast forward. Blow me sideways, that does that. Bearings on that head are knackered though. Rewind. Has a bloody good stab at doing that. And play. It's having a good stab at that as well. So we've got rotation down here. So that's obviously not translating to rotation on the underside, but that is rotating. So let's gently come up to here, restore the camera position, and let's whip off the board. We'll probably see a lot of movement underneath here, hopefully. So it looks like it is trying to engage. So if we come off here, the top motor is spinning, that's also spinning as well, and there is part of the issue, is that it's just literally pulled itself off there, pardon the phrase. So that did lace actually, believe it or not. And that is still trying to... So is that laced? Well, that looked like it actually wanted to do something. It is basically that belt is really slack. So I'm sorry, JVC, can I borrow that belt from you? Oh. So I've got JVC on my lap at the moment, and I'm going to... I'll bring the JVC up on the table so you can see what I'm doing. It also gives us a good comparison between the two decks and the differences. So you can see on the JVC we have far more belt orientated setup with this idler here, large selection of belts here, and obviously I've borrowed the belt off there, but I'm now going to borrow this large flat belt off of the capstan. Obviously I don't want to leave these permanently off because I'm still working on the JVC as an ongoing project. But you can see what I mean about the difference between the capstans. You've got this huge magnet there and that pickup there, which is full of those indentations, because it's a far more complex capstan mechanism on this than it is on the 22 here. So, large flat belt attained. Let's just rest that there somehow for the moment. Up there. Actually, are those the boards the same? They look very similar. I'm not sure if they're exactly the same though. There may be some detail differences on this than not on this. But it's full of those horrible purple Matsushita caps. Right. JVC has lent me the belt. We're going to come back to the Fergie, which I shall just power off and unplug. And yep, the cassette is all in one piece, which is good. And over and off here. So it is exactly the same flat belt, I think. So that comes off there. That moves to the side. This should just come out of the way, like so. And as you can see, they're actually the same size. That's the old one. This is the brand new one that I've got on the JVC. Excuse me. So that's going to come over, move there slightly, over the motor, over the drive, spindle, to rotate that back into position. So pull that there and there, like so. It should, there we go. Right, this one back on. So we have here, where are you fella? There we go, there, here, so just move, yeah, that should be fine. There. So that's back in place. God, the bearings are dry on that head motor. Not the head motor, the head drum itself, sorry. The motor's fine. Alright, let's, hang on. Did that slightly wrong. That tucks under there. Like so. Put that back there. Lock it in with one for the moment, just to hold it in. No, actually, leave it undone because we'll need to get back in that side. So what we can do is pop that like so, get the camera back so we can see what's going on. About there should do it. Power. Power on. On and play. It's laced. And is it actually playing back? So if we put it down, yeah, there's definite movement from this tape spool, and the tape is laced as well. So that's actually a really good sign. Let's press stop, unlace, comes back into position. Right, so we have a deck that's basically working. Next episode, we're going to connect it up to the TV and see what's what. Anyway, if you found this video interesting, don't forget to hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time.